Hello everyone and welcome back. So for today's tutorial, the measurement I'll be using is as follows. The shoulder is 10, the chest is 24, the waist is 24, and then the half cut is 11. As you can see, I've gone ahead to draw my borderline. That's the starting point. So that is that. And also I'll be cutting both the lining and the fabric together. That's it. This will be for the front panel and this will be for the back panel. Like this line I drew here is just 1 inch for the zip allowance. So this is for the back panel and this for the front panel. I hope you can see it. So the front panel will be starting here where I have this line here. So that is that. So like I said earlier, the half cut it's 11. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure 11 and a half. That's half inch for the seam allowance. That's what I will use to join the upper part to the down part. That's to the flare. So I'm measuring 11 and a half. So what I'm going to do next is to take the shoulder slope. But first, let me the neck I'll be using the width of the neck. I'll be using it 2. Take note that I'm starting here. I'm not starting here. I'm starting here using 2. You can decide to use 2 or 2.5. So it all depends on how you want it. So the width of the neckline I'm using is 2, and then the depth is 2.5. That's for the front panel. Then the back panel I'll be using 1. Like I said earlier, um I'm marking for the front and the back panel together. So I'm connecting that of the back, which is this. Then the front, this. So that is that. Then the next is to take the shoulder measurements. Like I said earlier, the shoulder measurement is 10. So divide by 2. So this is it, 5. But I'm going to add, I'm marking on the fabric directly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark 5.5. That's the half inch for what I will use to turn it. Then I'll come down by 1. You can actually come down by 1 or 0.5, whichever. It's okay for a child. It's okay. So but I'm using 1. I'm using 1. You can actually use 1 or 0.5. So that's that. And then for the armhole, I'm going to take 5. You see, I'm marking 5 from the shoulder slope. But if I'm to start from the shoulder line, I'll mark 6. I'll mark 6. And how I was able to get this is her chest is 24. 4. 24 divided by 4 is going to give me 6. 6 minus 1 is going to give me 5. So that was why I used 5. I used 5. Starting from the shoulder, so but if I'm to start here, you know, it's 6. So that's that. So I'll just, to have a straight line, I'll just mark out the shoulder line, which is 5.5. I want to, you know, draw a straight line, so that's why I'm measuring it. So for the front armhole, I'll come in by 0.25, which is here. But first of all, I have to take the midpoint. This is 5. The midpoint is 2.5, which is here. So I'll come in by 0.25, which is here. So what I'm going to do is to use the ruler to connect from here to here, and then I'll use this to connect to here. But first, let me take the chest measurement. Her chest measurement is 24. 24 divided by 4 is going to give me 6. 6 plus 1 inch seam allowance, which is here. So then I'll go ahead to join, to connect it. So this is for the front armhole, and then the back armhole, I'm not going to come in, I'm going to use this line. I hope you can see it. So this is the front armhole and this is the back armhole. So the next is to take the waist measurement, and her waist measurement is 24. 24 divided by 4 is going to give me 6. 6 plus 1 inch seam allowance, it's 7, which is here. And then I connect. So that is that. So I'll go ahead and cut. But before cutting, I would like to add seam allowance for the shoulder. So what I'll just do is to add ½ inch here. ½ inch here. You know, I'm cutting directly on the fabric, so I have to add that. So I've added it. So when cutting, what I'll do is I'm going to cut for the back first before cutting that of the front. That's what I'm going to do. So this is the back and this is the front. So this is how it looks. This is the lining. And then the front. This is the front. This is the lining. So for the belt, what I just did is just to, cut out uh, uh, what I am using it. This is approximately 11 and a half, and then this is 32 inches. So what I'll do is just to fold it into two like this. I hope you can see it. I'm folding it into two. So this is the belt. For the belt, what I did is just to let me use this side. Just to give it a little cut like this. So that is it. So this is one side of the belt, and then the other side of the belt. So that's that. So for the down part of the skirt, I'm going to use 180 flay because I'm trying to manage the fabric. If the fabric was enough, I would have used 360 flay. So since I don't have any fabric, I'll be using 180 flay, and I already have a detailed tutorial on how to cut your 180 flay. I'm going to put the link on the description box, or it will be somewhere up, so do well to check it out. So please, that's a detailed video on how to cut 180 flay. Please go and watch it if you don't understand how to do that. So what I did is to, I folded this like this, folded it. I hope you can see it. So after folding it, I hope you can see it like this. I folded it like this. Then after folding it, make sure you arrange it properly. Then you also fold it again. You also fold it again. So that is that. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to the waist circumference I'm using it 24 plus 2 inch. That's for the seam allowance, because I'm going to, the zip will extend to the down part of the flay. It's going to give me 26. That's 24, which is the waist, plus 2 inch seam allowance. It's going to give me 26. Then 26 divided by 3.14. 26 divided by 3.14 is going to give me 8.274, 8.274, something like that. So then approximately I'm going to use 8 1/4. So that's what I'm going to mark out. So what I'm going to do is to mark the 8 1/4. So that's that. And then the full length of the the full length of the dress is actually 31, and then remember that the upper part is 11, so 31 minus 11 is going to give us 31 minus 11 is going to give us 20. So I'm going to measure 20 here, 20. But if I'm to start here, I might not have a round, an excellent round shape, so I'll just start here. So I'm going to include what I marked out here, which is 8¼ So if I'm to mark now, I'm going to mark 20 20 and 28¼ 28¼ and then you mark it round, 28¼ You can just roughly make it 29 for the seam allowance, that's at the down part. So I'll just round it off and make it 29. I'm starting here. If I cut it out, I'll be left with the measurement I need. So that's that. So what I'm marking from the tip, it's 29. See it here, 29. But when I cut this off and then bring it down, it's going to give me what I need for the down part of the skirt. I hope you understand. Please, if you have any question, let me know in the comment section. So that's that. Then next, before I go ahead and cut, I like adding my seam allowance up. I'm going to join this down, and I'm going to join the flake, the upper part of the fabric. So I'll just mark 1/2 inch round it. So this will serve as my seam allowance. That's what I will use to join the flake to the upper parts of the fabric. So the next is I'll go ahead and cut. As you can see, we have our flay ready, and you can see it gave us what we need. This 21 inch, what we need is 20, but the extra 1 inch is just the joining allowance, that's for the upper part, and then also to hem the down part. So that's that. You can see our flay, you can see it. So for the sewing, what I'm going to do is, this is the lining, so it's going to be, I'll keep it aside. This is the front panel and this is the back panel. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to join it. I'm going to join the shoulder. That's for the front to the back. I'm going to join it like this. You see it? I'm going to join it. So after joining it, I also do the same for that of the lining. You see it? I'm also going to do the same. And after that, what I'll do is to now place the fabric, arrange it, then sew it. But let me go to the sewing machine and do it, then I'll show you the next step. So as you can see, I've joined the shoulder, you can see it, and I also quickly attach the belt to the fabric. See it? So what I'm going to do next is to take the lining. Please don't forget that when you join the shoulder, make sure you press it, you open it up and press it like this. Also for the lining, you see it, so that it's going to be smooth. So the next thing is to place the lining right side facing the right side like this. Then I'll sew the neck and the armpits, then turn it over. So let me go and sew the neck and the armpits. So as you can see, I've sewed it. So what you do next is just to turn it. You just the back, the back panel, you just turn it like this and bring it out. So that's what you do. And please don't forget, before you turn it, make sure that you notch the sides where you sew. That's the neck and the armpit. Make sure you notch it. So after that, you join the fabric to the fabric and then sew the sides, and then the lining to lining, and sew it. You see it, fabric to fabric, lining to lining, and then you sew it. That's what you also do for this side, fabric to fabric, and lining to lining, then sew it. Let me go to the sewing machine and do that. Then, so as you can see, I've finished sewing it. You can see how it looks. You can see this is that of the fabric and that of the lining. You can see how the inside looks. So what I'll do next is to take the flay. So I'm going to attach the flay to the fabric. That's fabric to fabric. And then that of the lining, I'm going to attach it to the lining. So fabric to fabric, lining to lining. I hope you understand what I mean. Like for this now, I'm going to connect it. Remember that I will be sewing on the wrong side of the fabric. When you sew it like this, then you now turn like this. I hope you understand. And also for the lining, I'll go ahead and do the same. I'll connect it like this, sew it here, and then you see it's going to be like this. So don't forget, lining to lining, fabric to fabric. Let me go to the sewing machine and do that. You can see I've joined it. You see it. This is the fabric and this is the lining. So what's just remaining for me to do is just to fix the zip, and we are done. So I went ahead to fix the zipper and also to hem the down part. So I'm done with the dress, and you can see the way I fix the zipper. You can see the way I fix the zipper. I have a detailed video on how I fix the zipper this way. You see, like that of ready-made wear. I'm going to put the link on the description box, or it's going to be somewhere up. I made a separate video because if I should add it to this video, it's going to be long, and I don't want this video to be long. So that was why I made a separate video on how to fix the zip this way. You can see it. You can see how the inside is. You can see it. So that's that, and our dress is ready. You see, and there's the front. I hope you learned something from this video. If you do, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share with your friend, and if you're here to subscribe, please do well to subscribe. So it's like come your way next time with another interesting video. Do have a lovely day. Bye bye.